Hey everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be talking about a serious topic. So content warning, trigger warning, we're going to be talking about verbal abuse, and there's going to be an audio example of such in this video. So I just wanted to give fair warning. If you feel like this video might not be conducive to your mental health, then by all means, I'm gonna have a video out tomorrow as well. So we will catch each other in the next one if need be. So today on Instagram, there is an Instagram account called 90 Day Couple, and I'm gonna link their account in the description because they have posted all of this information really exposing Ed. And the big bombshell is this audio of a phone call between Liz and Ed. You know, Liz is who he dated on The Single Life, totally gaslit and manipulated her. Then they seemingly reconciled in the tell-all, and it's been a whole big mess. Well, anyways, I don't know how they obtained this audio, but it's really telling. I'm going to be playing it and reacting to it, so let's jump right into it.
Love you, but I can't be with you.
Are you done? Because I've been sitting around the corner from your house from the second I clocked out.
I don't give a fuck, Liz. You're fucked up.
How am I fucked up? Are you going to listen to me, or are you going to take over this whole...
Fuck you, dude. You're fucked up.
Stop speaking to me like this, Ed. Stop.
For you to even offer to give a coworker a ride home to El Cajon, what the
fuck you, dude. You're fucked up. This isn't even the worst of it yet, but just initially I'm just like real mature. If my husband ever called me dude, I would be like, what the fuck?
fuck is wrong with you?
Stop. Stop belittling me. I don't deserve this. Stop. Stop.
You are fucked up in the head.
I called you and asked you, and you said...
I don't give a fuck.
Then why did you say...
On the one hand, I really am impressed with how Liz doesn't really seem to be escalating the situation. She seems really trying very hard to de-escalate the situation. But this whole argument, it seems like, stemmed from her offering to give a male coworker, a ride home. And well, we'll get into it. But anyways, Ed is pissed about the idea that she would offer to give a male coworker a ride home. Let's jump back in.
Yes.
Fuck you.
Why did you say okay?
Fuck you. Fuck you. You are fucked up in the head. For you to even ask me to give a coworker a home.
I did the... Can you let me speak?
Ask your boyfriend what I was going to say. If I would have said no, you would have freaked out. Oh, you're jealous or whatever. But what right...
You know, on the tell-all, they had, I think it was Liz that had said a couple of times that most of their fights were alcohol infused. So I'm wondering if that's playing into it, because this Ed just being a 54-year-old man just going, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Like, that is so condescending. The way he's speaking too, with like just no emotion, it's just like she's the worst person ever. He really tries, and we saw this in the tell-all too. He really tries to just make women, whoever he's with, feel like absolute garbage about themselves. If you recall in the tell-all, he is talking to Liz and he's saying, oh, I miss your mouth and your like funny teeth. With Rose, it was, here's a toothbrush, your breath doesn't smell pretty, can you shave your legs, and all this stuff. It's all about embarrassing the woman and condescending to her and just making them feel like this big. And It's no different than what he's doing here.
You have to ask me.
What right do you have to get back together with me and go to clubs in Vegas? I haven't given you any shit, Ed. I called you and you don't let me speak. You don't let me speak.
Liz, you're fucking stupid. You're coming to me with Vegas. Well, you were.
I don't care, Ed. I don't care about that. I don't give you shit. I'm so patient with you. I am patient with you.
No, you're not. No, you're not, Liz.
Really? I'm not patient. I've been sitting outside watching you.
He just called her stupid. Additionally, he is expecting her to gain permission from him in order to drive someone home. I actually was listening to this at work, and I work with my husband, so our desks are right next to each other, and so he was listening to this as well. And we had a conversation, and he said, is he really like demanding that she ask permission? And I'm like, yeah. My husband used to drive around bachelorette contestants and bachelor contestants. He would just tell me he was doing it, or like, hey, this is what I'm doing with my day. I'm taking so-and-so here. I'm taking so-and-so there. It was never asking permission. She is a whole ass adult that does not need anybody's permission to do anything. Again, I think this part of the problem is Ed dating women that are younger or around the same age as his daughter. It's almost like he's taking on that parental role, like he's trying to punish her, like he's about to ground her or something. But really, it's so much darker than that.
Blow up my phone. I've been sitting around the corner from your house from the second I clocked out because I can't go for a run because you keep blowing up my phone because I can't listen to my music. I've been sitting around the corner of the word fuck over and over and over again. I deserve a minute to speak. Why can't you give me that minute? Or are you just gonna call me because I'm stupid?
Go ahead. Stop with the fucking emotions and prove your point.
Go
ahead. It was a stupid decision on your part. It was a stupid question. You fucking should have never.
So he doesn't allow her like space to like go about her daily activities. So she wants to go for a run. He's blowing up her phone. Then the moment she does give him the time of day, he just runs roughshod over her and doesn't listen to a thing that she says. She is so emotional and hurt, and I don't get it personally, but she genuinely seems to have cared or cares about him. And this is really hurting her, the way he's treating her. And not only does he not get it, this is his MO. This is what he does. And I'm so glad, and I'm going to touch on it after we go through all this. I'm so glad that this is out there now and we can talk about what an actual monster he is.
Ask me that. It was disrespectful to your boyfriend. I'm sorry. And the fact that you don't see that makes you look stupid.
You don't even let me talk. You just told me to talk and you just took it over again and called me stupid again.
Because you're making stupid mistakes and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of your dumb fucking...
That is classic abusive, manipulative, verbiage. That was a stupid question. How stupid are you? You should have never fucking asked me that. It was disrespectful. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. She's a whole ass autonomous person. She can do whatever the hell she wants. You don't own her. You don't control her as much as you try to.
Mistakes. I'm tired of it. And I'm tired of apologizing to you. I'm not going to do it anymore.
I didn't ask you to apologize. I'm trying to speak to you. Not once have I asked for an apology. I've asked you to let me speak.
Go ahead.
Are you sure?
What do you have to say? What do you have to say? Go ahead. I'm listening.
You could have approached it to me in a better manner, Ed. You had 2 hours to tell me how you felt. I called you to ask for permission and you said okay. You told me I'm such a good person and I have a kind heart for doing that. The fact that I even reached out to you, you could have said something, Ed. You were the first person I asked you. Whether you're gonna tell me it's stupid or not for even coming to you for that question. I don't have anything to hide. I came to you.
This is really hard to listen to, just because I think a lot of us have been in relationships where the power dynamic isn't exactly equal, right? Like, either we're more into that person, or maybe they're older, or they're in a like more financial position. It's not exactly equal. So naturally, sometimes like power imbalances come to light and conflict happens. And that's not a productive thing, but it's not necessarily inherently super toxic. It's just something that happens, and then maybe those aren't the best relationships to be in, and you grow and you learn and you get into better relationships, hopefully. But it's all about a learning experience, right? We learn what doesn't work for us so we can grow and get into a really fulfilling, healthy relationship. What I'm hearing from Liz in this is just so like beaten down and broken. And I have a feeling that it's not just from Ed. This has occurred probably in past relationships as well. She said, I asked your permission. I got the okay. You said it was fine. You said I was a good person. And now she's like paying for it. And in my opinion, and I think in rational people's minds, she has absolutely nothing to be apologizing for, yet somehow she is reacting to this like she broke some like major relationship rule or vow. Like, she didn't cheat on him. He didn't catch her doing something illegal, or like, this is like such an overreaction to something so benign. Ed has to think so little of himself to have this kind of reaction, and all of what we saw on the tell-all was bullshit, and I'm going to touch on that at the end.
Ash, I'm not done. You could have said I came to you. You said okay. For 2 hours, you could have said something to me. Then you face. I'm not done talking. I'm not done talking.
To be okay with my girlfriend.
You're not gonna let me finish talking, are you?
No, I'm not, because for you to think it was okay for you to drive a stranger to fucking El Cajon.
Do you think it's okay the way that you're speaking to me right now? Then you face. I'm not done talking. Do you think that... Stop. Answer the question. Do you think that it's okay the way that you were speaking to me right now?
Yes, I do. Because of your dumb...
And then she hangs up the call. It is mind-boggling. And on the tell-all, I keep thinking about on the tell-all the fact that Tiffany, his daughter, said that when they had that argument in Vegas and he went and Liz left, he actually called Tiffany and gave her a whole heap of shit, blaming her for Liz leaving. I have to believe that he talks to his daughter the exact same way. As you guys know, I've been a really big critic of Ed for a really long time, actually since like he came out on before the 90 Days season 4. I've always had a huge problem with the fact that he will repost minors that say romantic or provocative things about him. I think that's incredibly inappropriate. Ed keeps getting cast on these shows and there are subsequent spin-offs. He has a pretty big following online. I know that the Reality Gaze podcast, the Cray Cray podcast, they're not going to cover him anymore, and I think that is great. I think we need to call this out because this is so... Everything he did before, he was kind of tiptoeing around the line, like not explicitly crossing that line. This 100% crosses the line. of something that is not okay. He should never speak to someone that way. He does need help. He says he's in therapy. I hope he is. He absolutely should not treat his partner. They're supposed to be your partner. They're not below you. They're not above you. They're your partner. He should not treat another human being that way. It's just not okay. Calling someone stupid, cursing at them incessantly, not letting them get a word in edgewise, just completely running the conversation off the rails, blowing up their phone. That's harassment. She's trying to like let it breathe, trying to go for a run, and she can't do that. So she stops her day to address the situation with you. You have her emotions all the way up here, and you can't even let her finish a fucking sentence. It's ridiculous. And he puts on this act on the show that he has been so wronged in life, that he's been bullied and made fun of, and he's unlucky in love, and it's because of his physicality. He just can't get anywhere with the ladies, when in fact he gaslit and manipulated Rose. He cheated on his ex-wife, and look how he's treated Liz. Ed is not the victim, he's the perpetrator. And I hope, though I doubt, that TLC will stop airing him because it's TLC or Discovery or what have you. But yeah, I absolutely agree that on the one hand, if we continue to meme him and we continue to talk about him in a comical way, that is just feeding the beast, right? The other hand, though, is we do need to talk about this. We need to call this out so that when people don't know and they go, man, why are people so critical of Ed? This is why. We can point to this phone call. We can point to these situations and say, this is why. And we need more people talking about that. So I totally get not feeding his ego by recapping him or memeing him. I haven't memed him in forever because that's exactly what that does, is feed his ego. But we do need to call out this behavior. Women like Liz need support. They need to be uplifted, and these stories need to be told so that other victims, because it's not just women, that other victims can come forward and find that voice for themselves. This is an incredibly important conversation, and that's why I really wanted to talk about this tonight. Other cast members have called him out and commented on these posts. And again, this is on 90 Day Couple, their Instagram. They have published all of this information, so I highly recommend that you follow them, and I will link their Instagram in the description of this video. I know Danielle has commented, and she's actually tagged like Starcasm, In Touch, Us Weekly, other news outlets. David Tobo has commented on it. Kelly of Kelly and Molly, he's commented. This is just absolutely repulsive behavior, and I'm glad that the cast, because usually what we see is that the cast kind of sticks together because nobody knows what the filming experience is really like except for them. So, we know that everyone cries bad edit, and that's not always the case, but I'm very happy to see that the cast is turning on, hopefully, maybe, if maybe people say we won't appear on a season that he's on, maybe that will get Discovery's attention. I don't know. We'll see. You guys, I'm really sorry that this was such a heavy topic for tonight, but I think that this is really important for us, that we needed to cover, but it's important to recognize the toxicity and to talk about it. And this is just not okay. It's just not okay. I want to thank 90 Day Couple for sharing this and for giving me permission to use their post and to talk about it. Thank you so much. And to Liz for, I know that she's been really supportive of outlets talking about their relationship and sharing this kind of information. So thank you to Liz as well. You guys, let me know what you think. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Reality Squad, and I will catch you guys tomorrow in the next video. Have a good one. Take care. Much love. Bye-bye.